So today on TechGooch, we're looking at these. The Powerbeats Pro versus the AirPods Pro, and my kind of thoughts between the two of them. Hey folks, welcome back to TechGooch. So, if you've been kind of paying attention to the channel for a little while, you know that I got the AirPods Pro a few months back, and I love them. I do. I absolutely love them. But if you've also been paying attention, and you probably saw that I did a video or a couple videos on some ear hooks that you can actually get for the AirPods Pro, because like most in-ear headphones, in my ears specifically, they don't like staying in. However, with the ear hooks that I keep with me at all times, I actually keep two different sets. Basically, just like I did for my review, I was kind of going back and forth. And I still kind of go back and forth, to be honest. I kind of found that I like this one, but then I still kind of go back to this version. It is what it is. But that's actually one of the other reasons I have the silicone case on it, is so I can actually keep these with it at all times. Now, the big thing about the AirPods Pro is noise canceling. These have active noise canceling, and they are fantastic at it, to be honest, for what they are and how small they are and everything. The capability of these guys is far... I have yet to find one that exceeds its capability for its size and structure. So, on Black Friday, they had a nice deal on the Powerbeats Pro. Now, you look at these, and it's amazing how much larger this case is than this. However, these have the ear hooks, not just the little one that go inside the ear. These are the ear hooks that go over the ear, already attached to them. Now, these have been out for over a year, and about a year and a half, I think now, actually. Maybe just a little over a year and a half is how long the Powerbeats Pro have been out. And I had yet to get them. I was actually kind of going between these two when I actually bought the AirPods Pro. What turned me on to the AirPods Pro over the Powerbeats is two things that this has that this does not. This has the active noise canceling built into the earphone, but also the case itself is wirelessly charging. I don't have to use the lightning port on the bottom. I can set this on my wireless charger, and she charges. And now with my new iPhone 12 Pro and the MagSafe charger, I can just set this on the MagSafe charger before, when I get home, and then when I go to bed, take it off and put my phone on it instead. So that is a huge bonus on this. Obviously makes it feel more modern, to be honest. Anything that adds that wireless charging capability, it is a capability. I can still wire charge this, right? I can still plug the lightning cable into this. But that said, these, you have to plug the lightning cable into it. It is lightning, just like everything Apple is on the small portable spectrum. Which I do like, because obviously my phone's everything in the Apple realm. I would prefer to have it wireless, or hopefully eventually everything moves USB-C, but it's not a big deal if it doesn't. So let's bring it in here. Let's get a little closer with it. We'll talk about it. Then I'll show you to my ears, and then we'll kind of wrap up. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with what I have had before, and I'm going to take my rubber case off it so you can see how it actually comes. I know it looks kind of bad, but you can see here, that's what the AirPods Pro, and I'm sure, obviously this is common. The AirPods have been around a while. Pro is a little bit wider case, of course, still wireless charging. There's a button on the back for the pairing capability, but if you have an iPhone, literally, how you get this sucker to connect is if you open one-handed. When you open the case, it connects automatically. And there you can see right there, I can see the information on the actual thing because it connected automatically to my phone because I've already paired. But if it wasn't paired, it would come up to say, hey, would you like to pair this right now? So it's, if you have an Apple product, obviously, it goes basically hand in hand with that. You can see the lightning port on the bottom. The appearance of this guy, pretty, nice and small, really, really small, to be honest about it. Right, left, you can see them actually labeled on the actual AirPod itself. And you stick it in your ear and you're good to go. In my case, to get them to stay in, I have to use these ear hooks, which I'll throw one of these on here real quick just so you know, or so you can see what it looks like. And they are paired to one direction or the other. But basically, it just puts the little hook on the guy. Now, you can't put this into the case like that. If you could, I would have had less of a problem with that. But I have to remove them every time because the case is designed to go with it bare like that, which makes sense, right? So that's the AirPods Pro. Obviously, you probably have seen these. And to be honest, you probably have seen these as well. But this is the Powerbeats Pro. These I don't have to do any modification for because these work great in my ears as is. Now, I have the lava red version. This was actually a really, really good deal on these. So they just pop right out. Now the same thing goes with this one as well. So in the case, if you have an iPhone, just like the other one, so if we pop this open, you'll see it pop up there and you'll see the battery just like the AirPods Pro. So you have that exact same functionality with Apple products that you do with the AirPods Pro. Same thing with the AirPods Pro. When you get a text message, you can have Siri read out your text messages to you. Unless they're really long, then she'll just tell you to go to your phone to watch them. But both of these have the exact same capability in that sense. These, obviously, you can see how they have the big ear hook already built into them, which you can actually bend and modify these to basically pull it into the ear or push it away depending on the comfort level. Now, one of the big differences between these is the AirPods don't have a button. They just have this touch sensitive area that you kind of tap, 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 kind of thing. The Beats actually have two buttons. A side button, so the actual Beats logo itself is a button, and then you have the top button, which is actually the volume, essentially. So you still have the push, 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 or push, 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 depending on if you want to play, pause, next track, previous track. That's what the taps do, essentially. And I think it's tap and hold for Siri. Same thing with this one. It's just that not a physical button, actually a physical button. Not really a click, but you can feel it depress. So that is a difference as well. I found the AirPods to actually be easier to trigger. I will say this, when you first get them, they're a little funky, but once you find that touch spot, every time, it works. I like the touch sensitive area better than the buttons, but then again, you do have the volume rocker and stuff on these guys. So that is what they look like up close and personal. So let's take a peek what they look like in my ear. Nice and personal, right? Okay, so we're going to start with the AirPods Pro. And so they just kind of stick in your ear, right? And sit like that. Now I can hear the ding, knowing that one's actually in the ear. Same thing with this one. And now we're good to go. And I can just tap this and it'll play, or if I tap again, it'll pause. So you can see, actually, in my ears, it just likes to kind of slowly fall out. It doesn't matter which tip I have. I've tried all the tips. I've tried foam things, and that's probably something else I should show as well. The tips that actually come with these guys, they are different. And how they actually connect is different as well, although similar. Boy, my tips are kind of gross right now. So you have 3 different tip sizes. I've tried all these tips. A little earwax is always fun, right? Oh well. So this one I have the medium size in there. You can see the larger size here, and then the smaller size here. So there are 3 different sizes. They come in a little tip crate, and how they actually attach. It's actually flush when you take the tip off, so the tip actually goes on. There's no little protruding thing. You'll see that here in a second with the Powerbeats. It has the older style protruding little guy. So these are going to be, if you want to get tips for these, you can't use universal tips. You have to use tips that are built for the AirPods Pro, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They make, right now at least, they make a ton of options. So, but when they first came out, you were locked into basically what came with them. So that's the AirPods Pro. The Powerbeats Pro, when they come out, they are a little different. So they actually kind of hook on your ear and slide into place. And they also go a little bit different sound, but they to let you know that you're good. And then I can push on the logo, and that'll actually do the play pause. There we go. And then I push again, and she's good to go. Now, first time when I first got these on, it took me a second to really get used to that, but it does work, and it functions. I do like the touch because it's I don't have to push it into my ear when I'm pushing on it. I think I'd rather than have the button here, I'd rather have a little button next to the volume one, or to be honest, more than anything else, a touch sensitive area. But I do like to have the volume rocker on top, right on top up here. That's fantastic. Now, the different tip sizes that come with this guy. 4 different tip sizes, which I actually kind of thought was cool. And the case that it comes with is this little guy. I have the larger tips on these right now, and you can see the different sizes, but it actually does come with, I don't know, maybe I should take it out. There's one set of tips that is, it comes with this basically resealable kind of guy. It just kind of sticks back. So you can kind of see the, I don't know what you'd call a hearing protector type tip. And on these guys, just like I said, there's a little protruding area that sticks out. And so that guy sticks out, which goes into this, which is more of the universal type tip. And so you just, you know, these are just, the tips themselves are just silicone. There's no plastic piece to them at all. And then you put them on them. Now, of course, the ones that come with it are color-coded with the actual the Powerbeats Pro. So it's going to be harder to find if you need to replace the tip. But you can always just use black or whatever. So that's what comes with the Powerbeats Pro. Powerbeats Pro also does come with a black lightning cable because, well, at least the case is black. So it does come with that. I have that upstairs, so I don't have that down here right now. Because this one does not have the wireless charging capability. So that's the downside. It's just, it feels less modern, I guess is maybe the best way to say it. So, where does that put us? Retail-wise, they both go for $249, which is kind of weird, to be honest about it, because you have two things that are completely different from each other. Now, the Beats, I think, have a little more hit to them, but the noise canceling of the AirPods Pro give it a capability so I don't have to crank the volume up. So, if I was to compare these two just head-on-head, which one's the better value? The AirPods Pro are. To be honest about it, they are. Now, for those of you that have, that have hard time things sticking in your ears properly, these absolutely stick in your ears. I can I can put these on real quick with no modification and literally head bang away and the sucker ain't coming out. I cannot do that even with the ear hooks that I purchased with the AirPods Pro. So that's something to say about that. Noise canceling, fantastic, but they don't stick in your ears nearly as much as these. So that's why if you're a sports person or a fitness person and you need something for working out, no doubt the Powerbeats Pro. No doubt. Retail-wise, this is a hard sell compared to this. Look how much smaller a package it is. They're just awesome. Up to 5 hours of playback. I've heard people getting up to 6 without noise canceling on. Apple says up to 5 without, and 4.5 with noise canceling. I've heard that's pretty accurate, if not maybe even a little bit conservative. I would say fairly conservative because I've had them in my ears for at least 4 hours, I would say, with active noise canceling on, and it definitely didn't drain the battery down to where I only had a half hour left. So let's say average of 5 hours, 9 hours with these bad boys. Recharging with the case, you're getting up to 24 hours and over 24 hours. That's what they're going to tell you at least. For the recharging capability. Case is huge, case is incredibly small. Very pocketable, it's going to bulge out your pocket, more of a back pocket / backpack item. Just something to say. I'm glad I have both. They are definitely not direct competitors with each other because they have different purposes. Now, if Powerbeats Pro comes out like this again next year and it has the wireless charging and active noise canceling, then the king has been championed, in my opinion, mainly because my ears, but especially with the harder hitting bass, for me at least, I can't say that because it's not crazy amount. It really isn't. These sound fantastic, but because of the noise canceling, I don't have to crank the volume up. These have a pretty good hit to them, but Beats always had, to be honest about it. But they sound fantastic. They're both the same H1 chip, which is why you get the Siri integration and all that. So it really comes down to, does the size of the case matter to you? Does the wireless charging matter to you? Does the active noise canceling matter to you? And to be honest, the fit. And these fit awesome right out of the gate. They do offer foam tips, like I shouldn't say Apple does. Third party offers foam tips, which I actually have as well. They can work a little bit better of keeping in your ears. Again, I still haven't had really good luck with foam tips either. So that's options. Now here's where we get into the holidays. So Black Friday, these were $199. I know that. I think there was one spot that even had them a little bit cheaper than that. However, right now I think the cheapest that you're going to find them is like $219. It's probably going to fluctuate back and up and down from here all the way to the end of the year. Powerbeats Pro, and this is why I bought these, on Black Friday they were wanting $159. Specific colors in different areas. This lava red I got for $159. Yesterday, they dropped to $149. This color, I think 2 different colors did, which I think these are the older color. But I'm okay with that. I wanted the kind of orangish red. I don't know how long that's going to hold out, but right now on Amazon, the lava red is still $149, and I think the spring green, which is kind of like a lime green color, $150 for $150. These are fantastic. I kind of bought them thinking I'm going to put them up against each other, and then I'll figure out which one really. And to be honest, even when I bought the AirPods Pro, I was wondering if these would be better fit because of the ear hooks. I was really worried about that. I was able to get these to work better than any other in-ear headphone before it, and then when I added the hooks, it worked, and I was able to wear these even at work in certain circumstances. These, like today, I actually wore a good portion of the day because I was outside by myself working, and I might as well listen to a podcast or some news or whatever, and it was fantastic because I didn't have to worry about them falling out at all. Like literally zero worry about these falling out. I always have a worry about these. Now, I added Apple Care to these. I think it's an absolute must, because if these fall out of your ears, they're falling. These, I have a harder time adding it to it because it doesn't need it. I don't know if you can add Apple Care to these, to be honest about it. I guess I never really paid attention. But irregardless, these hang on my ears. They're not going anywhere. Like I just showed, I can literally headbang my head, and these will not come out. So, huge bonus in that department. So, I'm going to put links to both these. Definitely on Amazon. AirPods Pro, I'm going to put the link wherever they're the cheapest that I found. I'll put maybe a couple links because obviously the prices are going to fluctuate. But that said, if you go to, I bought these at my local Best Buy when I bought them, but I price matched Staples. And Best Buy price matches as long as it's not a Black Friday price. So when I went there, $199 is when I bought them. That was worth it. Then they went back up. Now they went back down, and then I don't know where they're at. Right now, I think $219 is the last time I checked. So, like I said, I'm going to put links. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I will have a full, I don't know if I'm going to do more reviews of these products, but I'm looking for accessories and stuff like that to see anything else. The nice thing about the Powerbeats for me, it doesn't need anything else. I'm not a big fan of having this silicone case on this guy, to be honest about it, but it holds my accessories. That's the only reason I got it, to be honest about it as well. So, with that said, guys, let me know what you think. If you have either or any of these, comment in below and let everybody else know. Share, subscribe, like the video if you would. And if you have any questions for me direct, if you can't get a hold of me below, head over to techgooch.com. You can email me direct. So, thanks for sticking around to the end. Thanks for watching the whole video. And we'll catch you back here on TechGooch for a future video review. We'll see you soon.